love, unrequited, robs me of my rest. Love, hopeless love, my ardent soul encumbers. Love, nightmare-like, lies heavy on me chest, and weaves itself into my midnight slumbers. When you're lying awake with a dismal headache and reposes to boot by anxiety, I conceive you may use any language you choose to indulge in without impropriety. For your brain is on fire, the bedclothes conspire, refuse your slumber to plunder you. First your counterpane goes and uncovers your toes, and your sheets slip demurely from under you. The blanket thing tickles, you feel like mixed tickles, so terribly sharp as a pricking. And your heart and your cross and you tumble and toss, so there's nothing to stew in the ticking. Then the bedclothes all creep to the ground in a heap, and you pick them all up in a tangle. Next your pillow resigns, the politely declines to remain at its usual angle. You get some repose in the form of the toes with half eyeballs and never aching. But your slumbering dreams are just horrible dreams that you'd very much better be waking. For you dream you are crossing the channel and tossing about in a steamer from Harwich, which is something between a large waving machine and a very small second-class carriage. And you're giving your treat, penny ice and cold meat, to a party of friends and relations. They're a ravenous horde, and they all came on board with some squares of Southampton stations. And down on that journey you'll find your journey who started that morning from Devon. He's a bit on the size, and you don't feel surprised when he tells you he's only 11. For you're driving like mad with a singular lap by the ship's now a four-wheeler, and you're playing round games, and he calls you bad names when you tell him the ties pay the dealer. Well, this you can sense, so you'll throw up your hand, and you'll find it as cold as an icicle. And you're sure in your socks with black suits with bookmarks crossing Salisbury Plain on a bicycle. And he and the crew were on bicycles too, which they somehow or other invested in. And he's telling the toss of the particulars of a company he's interested in. It's a scheme of devices to get at low prices or goods and cost to cables, which tickled the sailors by treating retailers as though they were all vegetables. You get the good spaceman to plant a small tradesman first take off his boots with the boot tree, and his legs will take root and his fingers will shoot till they blossom and bud like a fruit tree. From the green goes a tree, you get grapes and green pea, cauliflower, pineapple and cranberries. Or the pastry could plant cherry brandy will grant up a puffs and three corners and banberries. The shares are a penny and ever so many are taken by Rush and Baring. And just as a few are allotted to you, you awake with a shudder, despairing. You're a regular wreck with a crick in your neck, and no wonder you're small, for your head's on the floor, and you've needles and pins in your soles to your shins, and your flesh is a creak for your left leg's asleep, and you've cramp in your toes, and a fly in your nose, and some fluff in your lung, and a feverish tongue, and a thirst that's intense, and a general sense that you haven't been sleeping in clover. But the darkness is past, and it's daylight at last, and the night has been long. Ditto, ditto, my song, and thank goodness they're both of them. Oh.